You won't believe where the money went. China says the director must review the expenses. Minister Jianghe approved what could go wrong. In other words, your backup is also floating on the water. If you are in a hurry to get on the fast ship, well, all sink together. You're definitely hiding something, you cunning sneaky pig. Oopsie daisy, piglet, come over here, quit hiding. Get lost, kid. Ouch, kid. China might see through this, but the director's words aren't without reason. Jianghe is definitely a Kixing hospital mole. Uncle Fat assures leadership, I've got it. Old Bai knows nothing. 2 bombs are on a countdown and about to go off. After Uncle Fat left the office, he called a friend. His friend works at the International Medical Association and helped out in Syria a few years back. He's definitely heard the rumors about Jianghe. All but the plan is to treat his apprentice to a feast and get Jianghe in on the fun. The 3 arrive at a fancy Chinese restaurant, and Jianghe has never seen such luxury. He worries Old Bai won't be able to pay the bill, but Old Bai confidently proclaims, eat up, I'm loaded. Jianghe curiously asks, are you a rich kid? Old Bai sighs and replies, my mom passed away when I was 3. My dad was a janitor. He had a terrible car accident and was refused by several hospitals due to severe injuries. By the time he got to the last hospital, it was too late, and he passed away on the operating table. The mood in the private room turned ice cold. Yang Zai shifts the topic, asking about Old Bai's arm tattoo. Old Bai claims it wards off evil bullets swerve around it. Just then, Yang Zai's phone buzzed loudly with an urgent message from the ER. A serious car accident nearby. They jumped up on hearing. Old Bai zoomed to the hospital on a delivery bike with Yang Zai. Unfortunately, when they arrived, the patient had already passed away. Soon after, more injured came in, and the 3 who were supposed to be off jumped back into action. This is the life of a doctor working tirelessly 365 days a year. Time flew by, and a week had passed. The hospital held a budget meeting again, and the director personally reminded Old Bai if he didn't show up, they'd be in chaos next quarter. Won't pay your electric bill. Old Bai hated these meetings, but feared the director's arrival, so endured and went. As soon as Uncle Fat walked into the meeting, he excitedly informed Jianghe that he had uncovered Old Bai's secrets. If exposed, it'd be more than just getting fired. Old Bai thought to himself, what a sneaky brain. No wonder he's been hanging around here. Of course, it's not just about getting fired. That guy could face the death penalty. Old Bai's stomach dropped. Death penalty? What did Jianghe do? Uncle Fat urged Jianghe not to rush. Today's budget meeting was Jianghe's funeral. Hang tight, enjoy the show. Old Bai was blissfully unaware of the disaster approaching. He swaggered into the meeting room, confident, while Yang Zai had already prepared for this crucial session. Whether they could increase the wards and beds for the upcoming quarter depended solely on the director's approved budget. Simple as that. In this war, there are no armies. The director took his seat, and today's meeting was led by the CFO. Jianghe kicked things off, declaring, our hospital has crossed the 30 billion mark in profits. Applause erupted. Time to collect rent. Next up, we announced the department with the highest profits. Drumroll, please. The Emergency Medical Center. Applause. Tada. Second place, the convenience store. Cheers. Third place is our beloved cafeteria. Fourth, parking lot. No applause, let's move to fifth. Fifth place, orthopedics. Well done. Let's give Director Liu a round of applause. The applause was thunderous, drowning out all by sighs. He couldn't believe this was a formal meeting at a public hospital. The attendees were all esteemed medical experts and professors who were barely escaping. In the eyes of this crowd, he saw greed for money and power, and he was utterly shaken. After the applause, the director spoke. Other departments' finances were similar. Ugh. What's wrong with this department? Why did the bar graph surge? China promptly answered. Emergency trauma surgery. Vaccination no. 4 made 12.52 million. Meanwhile, downstairs Yang Zai's phone rang. It was the emergency rescue team calling. Just had a serious accident. The driver is now in a perpetual coma, being rushed to Goa University. Kaya Wen Yang Zai immediately dialed Director Bai's number, planning to assess the situation first. In the meeting room upstairs, Chan asked Old Bai to detail the 400 million loss in 3 months. Old Bai found it annoying. It doesn't add up like that. The welfare department gave it 10 billion subsidy. After 400 million losses, we're still up 9.6 billion. Chan accounted. The subsidy was for the entire hospital, not your department. Old Bai sly replied, right, if it's for the whole, losses should be shared the same way. Didn't you just say that the total earnings exceeded 30 billion? Everyone's happy, right? China was about to retort, but Old Bai decisively added, was the purpose of creating this hospital to save lives or to make money? If it's to save lives, then what's the problem with losses? Old Bai countered the director's statement asking, was that last remark serious? 90 billion is allocated for equipment purchases, and you expect me to manage with just 600 million until next year? Is this even possible? Uncle Fat expressed his indignation. He lashed out at Old Bai. The director hasn't even approved it, and you dare hold the whole hospital back and still yell about it. Old Bai's temper flared too. Why put 90 billion into buying equipment? Do you take me for a fool? Amid the commotion, the ambulance arrived at the hospital, and Jianghe was already prepped. He intended to check the patient's condition, but when he saw the patient's face, he was completely frozen. The girl lying on the stretcher turned out to be none other than his classmate.